This is a National Forest campground. Caribou Targhee National Forest. There it is right there. Mallard Mountain Range. And this is the only small bit of pine trees back here. It's a north-facing canyon ridge, and some of the trees look old and some don't. It's free to camp here. Oh my gosh, how cute, look at this. How do the birds get in from the bottom? So I rode this motorcycle 280 miles today to get to Idaho Falls. I'm moving roughly 150 miles north within the next 2 weeks. The reason being is I realized all of my destinations are that way. And so I just said I'm going to take advantage of a situation and move. So I'm on my way back to Logan, and this literally is a bug out. The mosquitoes are bad. They're really bugging. Here's a really cool Cascade Trekker update. This is a new tent. It's a Sierra Designs flashlight CD, another vintage tent, purchased for $80 delivered on eBay. And as I mentioned previously, the last tent is gone. I had to chuck it. And what we've got is basically the same body, frame design, 2 poles, non-freestanding. And you'll notice this is a definite waterproof floor. This is pretty much a boat, and it could be, submerged 4 inches in water and might leak through the zippers, but this is a super 100% upgrade. And I'm kind of hoping it rains here in the next day or two, depending on how long I'm here. There's another difference with this model, which is I haven't seen before. If you'll notice, there's a screen along the bottom edge of the, I guess like the floor basin, you might want to call it. And it goes all the way around the back. There's a back screen window, and then all around the side, and then a screen door. There are no solid doors on this one, front or back, which I was kind of looking for a 4-season tent to block out the wind. But I'm going to give this a try. It was a good price, decent price for 80 bucks. And you can see all of my gear fits in here. Plenty of room for the pack, motorcycle helmet if needed, 2-person close, and yeah, super bonus upgrade here. And so now with the mosquitoes, I'm going to set the bug net up over the front, but what I'm going to have to do is lean this branch against the log, bungee it somehow down, and maybe put some braces on the bottom so I can stretch the net across the front. Wow. Check this out. This is Campcraft. And I doubt you can find anything like this anymore. This is 20 years old, a bug screen made by Coleman. I haven't seen anything like it. And check this out, my sort of fulcrum brace. The branch braced down here, braced to this stump with the bungees, holding up the net, which amazingly my sort of latch points I created with two of these strings. And this string is just amazing. It's got like kind of bristles that interlock when you tie it together. And this is just a basic double knot, and it's going to hold. And there are hooks which also have teeth that connect with this string, and so I've bungeed the net to the string here and here, down here at the tent, and with a couple branches holding down the bottom edge of the net, I've got a bug-free zone. It's just a small, tiny corridor. And the raven, he was up here looking at me. He just went over here. The owl is somewhere over here now. And the birds are everywhere because the trees are full of insects. Packed up. No rain overnight. Lots of bird activity. Owl. A deer ran through. And there's a 2-track across the way. I'm going to just follow up and look for another camp. So the 2-track switches back this way. I think I'm going to go back this way. Looks like there's a 2-track. My guess is I'm pretty close to the crest. Looking right there at that kind of lone tree in the cluster up there. Looks flat. Might be the top. We'd like to be on the crest for far-reaching views. It's not far from the campground. It's just down at the bottom of the forested slope there. I'm getting up here. Thunderheads. And that's okay. If it rains, the bugs will go away. And I'm almost up here. What a fantastic forecast for a tent spot. I think it's going to be perfect. Yeah. Got some views over here. Should be able to hang the net there. The only potential problem would be full-on sunlight. I'm gonna go for it. Here's what this tent looks like without the rain fly. Really good condition, and what a perfect fit up here under this juniper. Yeah, we'll probably get clouded over, but I'm trying to work a shade with this tarp, because I'm going to run out of shade from this tree real quick. Not bad. The wind will probably blow it to hell if it picks up, but I've got my bug-free zone all set up, and they are coming after me again. Hide out. Man, it's real thick over there. Thought I'd walk over here while it's clear, get some views. I think this is Malad Valley, and this range I'm on is Malad Range. Pretty interesting. Oh, those skies are rumbling. Pretty dark right above. I've been decompressing from months, weeks, and heavy recent days of stress with a good book, a nice beer, and nature. And the timing of these thundering clouds is perfect. It's the forte of this whole lifelong event. Well, guess I've never had this bug screen hailed on. Look at that. Woo, boy. I'm taking a beating. This tent is leaking through the screen along the edges. I think the whole back end is leaking. It's a pretty hardcore storm. The front end is pretty dry. I'm surprised. I don't know why. Right here is a solid pack of hail. Probably 10 or 15 pounds of hail right here. I put my sleeping bag in the backpack and I propped the tent up with the waistband. Look at this. There's just this little bit of dry area where I'm sitting. This is the aftermath. Look at this. Oh God, I gotta take a leak so bad. Let's go. Look, the tarp is still there. I wish I would have better prepared for that. The smell is just amazing. It kind of smells like a cucumber, just really fresh. Look at this. It's like 5 inches of hail piled up next to this tent. Oh boy. I don't know if I want to deal with that, but that's where the water is. It's wicked cold and windy, and there's another cell coming. This tarp was flapping like mad. I had to take it down. I had to guy out the side of this tent with my strings over here because it was just blowing in, pushing the side of the tent in, and it's wet. And my guess is it's gonna rain hard again, hail probably. So I moved the pack over as a barrier, Wind is coming from this way. I'm warm in the bag, even though it's a little wet. The wind is nice, it's drying some things out. Just gotta get through the night. It's coming. And I think this last one lasted about 2 hours. Was a pretty crappy night in here. There was standing water under the bottom here, which was soaking through, and the pad was on the water, and it was cold coming up through the pad, so I had to scoot over this way and kind of sleep at an angle and tossing and turning. And the clouds look pretty nasty now, but it's early and they might just hold long enough for me to pack up my camp and get to the motorcycle, which is all I really want. Oh man, how about that?